What is up, YouTubers? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna share few secrets that can help you achieve a very crisp and bright sounding hi-hats without even buying yourself a new pair of hi-hats. You always see your favorite drummer play those amazing kits. No doubt they are very expensive, yet there are techniques and there are proper way to handle those instruments which can give you the best out of it. I'm gonna discuss every possible way you can enhance your hi-hat sound without spending a buck even. Let's jump right into the B-roll. Always see or listen to your amazing drummers and think, oh my god, their drum kit sounds amazing, and you mostly pay attention to the gears they are using rather than how are they using those gears. Yes guys, the quality of the gear actually does not matter, but what matters is how you are using those gears. Obviously, buying a 1 lakh rupee drum kit does not make you a good drummer unless you know how to play drums. So there are few secrets that I'm gonna disclose today because this is what I have discovered in my learning period and I want you guys to know this. Talking about secret number 1 is a small screw at the bottom of your bottom hi-hats. 90% of the hi-hat stand has these screws, but most of the beginners tend to skip this and they either don't know what to do with this or they just think there is no purpose of this. But no guys, that is a very important thing. This can create a huge difference in your tone, and trust me guys, this secret is so simple that you will be amazed after seeing how it works. Paying attention to this bottom screw, I'm gonna screw it way up because that is what creates the difference. I don't want my bottom hi-hats to be flat, I want it to be inclined. Now what that inclination does is that gets rid of the air pocket that is being created in the hi-hats. So if my hi-hats is laying flat, that might give me a tone something like this. And if my hi-hats is inclined, that might give me a open hi-hat tone like this. Do you see guys how easy it was to set up that screw, and maybe you did not know it? Now you know, and do share it with your friends. Go and tell them what it does. That small adjustment can lead into a huge change in the tone. Talking about secret number 2, which is adjusting your hi-hat clutch. This is what we call hi-hat clutch, and most of you guys just think that it is to hold the top hi-hats, but no, there is a secret way of handling the upper hi-hat as well. Looking into the first scene, I have tightened this hi-hat clutch way too tight and there is no space for the hi-hat to move, but this is where you go wrong. You want your top hi-hat slightly loose so that it has space in hi-hat clutch to move itself, because this might give you a more washier open hi-hat sound when you're rocking those rock groove or funk groove, whatever you're playing. So do not tighten your hi-hat clutch way too up. Keep a little space for the hi-hats or the clutch to move so that you can get a more washy and open sounding hi-hat. This is a very fine example of how your hi-hats sound when your hi-hat clutch is way too tight, and this is what happens when you loosen the screw slightly. Moving on to the third and final secret is How widely do you want your hi-hats to be open? That is very important because hi-hats can be used for three different sounds: closed hi-hat, open hi-hat, and hi-hats by foot, which we also know as check sound. Okay, this is what I did when I myself was a beginner. I wanted a very good open hi-hat sound, but I had seen my favorite drummers opening the hi-hats this much, and I did not know why they are doing that. At my beginning periods, I did not know, or I did not pay attention on playing hi-hats by foot, so just close hi-hats and open hi-hats was all I was using. So what I did is I opened the hi-hats very low so that it is easier for me to play close hi-hats as well as open hi-hats, and every time I did this I got pretty decent sound. But that led to a drawback in my future, because what happens if I leave that small gap between my top and bottom hi-hats is I lose the open hi-hat check sound, because if the difference is just this much, your hi-hat is not gonna fall at a very high energy, of the check sound is not going to be very open. So you want your hi-hats to be far away. When you play it by the foot, it falls with a good pressure and you get a loud check sound. But there was also a drawback. I was not able to control that open hi-hats, because whenever I opened my hi-hats, I opened it way too high and I lost that open hi-hat sound. I personally prefer 2 fingers distance from top to bottom hi-hats, which is very ideal for all the 3 sounds. When you close your foot tightly, you get a very good closed sound. And for the check sound, you just raise your feet and play it just like a pedal. You get a very good check sound. Now coming on to the open hi-hats is when you close the hi-hats tightly, you just release the pressure. You do not have to pull your feet back up in the air to play the open hi-hats. Just reduce the pressure from the toes and you'll achieve a very good open hi-hat sound. This technique might require a little bit of training yourself. You need to practice this so that you can achieve all these 3 sounds, and you master your left foot to control the hi-hats in whatever way you want. When you're done with all these 3 settings, which are very important, trust me, the brand and the model of the hi-hats does not matter. Does not matter how costly hi-hats you are using. But when you apply these 3 techniques, your hi-hats are instantly gonna sound amazing. Currently, I am using Zygian S-series cymbal, and I got this Master Sound hi-hats, which has this cramped bottom hi-hat, which leads to a very fast and quick escape of the air pocket. But I also used Meinl HCS hi-hats, which is my first ever branded hi-hats. And trust me, this also sounds great. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you learned something today and you would like to share it with some of your drummer friends, or try it with yourself, try it on your hi-hats. And if you think this helped you improve your sound, do upload a short video on Instagram and upload it and tag me, guys. I want to see the results. My Facebook and Instagram handles are there in my description box. If you have any question regarding this, do feel comfortable to approach me and DM me. I'll try to respond you as quick as possible. So that is it for today's video, guys. I may take you leave, and till then, be safe and keep drumming.